Hey there guys, it is July 1st and time for my June collection update video. Hey look, I did the intro right this month. There are no CDs and no wall scrolls this month, just video games and DVDs. I'm going to start with video games and end with DVDs because I think DVDs were a little bit more special this month, so yeah. So, first off, on Steam, I picked up Scribblenauts Unlimited. Yeah, I know I already have it on Wii U, but the mods and the modding, like, fan base, and there's just more mods in general for the PC. And I watched PewDiePie play it on PC, so I thought, why the hell not? I'll pick it up on there. I also picked up Poker Night 2, which is the sequel to Poker Night at the Inventory, and instead of Strong Bad, the Heavy from Team Fortress 2, Tycho from Penny Arcade, and Max from Sam & Max, there was in this game Ash Williams from Evil Dead, Sam from Sam & Max, the main character of Venture Brothers, Brock Sampson, there we go, and the Claptrap from Borderlands. Also, GLaDOS from Portal is the dealer, and her and the Claptrap flirt a lot. It's hilarious watching two robots flirt. Freaking hilarious. Just amazing. And then finally on Steam I also picked up Surgeon Simulator 2013. I really don't know how to describe this game. The controls are, I wouldn't say ass or terrible. They're just, you have to be incredibly precise. And you have one set of buttons moves your hand in a certain, one part of the mouse moves your hand in a certain direction, up and down, and like this, and one moves it up and down, and then you got the keys that do all your fingers, and spacebar is your thumb. So you have to be incredibly precise in order for it to go well, and I still have yet to master that. But I can't wait to get more of it, because it's pretty fun to actually play. Then we go on to the physical copies of games that I got. First up, we have Rayman. The original Rayman for the PS1. My girlfriend and her best friend really like this series, and I found it at that local game store, used game store, retro game store, whatever you want to call it, for really cheap. Yeah, I know it's the greatest hits version, but what are you gonna do? I can live. It looks interesting, and I played a little bit of it, but I will get to it eventually. Rayman. Then, the only other physical copy of a game that I got is a little special. When I went and got Rayman, I was actually looking at some other stuff, and a guy came in selling a bunch of stuff. Yes, this kind of has the same generic plot as the Dreamcast. Yes, I got something for free. But he was selling a bunch of old PS2, PS1, a couple Wii, and a bunch of other stuff. Games. A lot of them even the big boxed PS1 games, if you ever have seen those. A couple of the games were sealed, so it was pretty crazy. And there were a couple that caught my eye. Unfortunately, the store, this is the same store I got Rayman at, they took most of them. There were a couple that they didn't take. Only one of them actually still had my eye, and that is what I'm holding in my hand right now. I basically said, how much do you want for this? And he just handed it to me. And that was a sealed copy of the original SOCOM US Navy SEALs for PlayStation 2. It's like some sort of collector's edition. It has a headset. It comes with a headset, and it's the game. The only reason this caught my eye is because I remember that the company that actually made this series went bankrupt and went out of business. So I had to pick it up, and for some reason the store didn't want it. It's like, hello, this is like a collector's edition with a headset. Pretty trippy. I don't think I'll ever play it, but it's still crazy to have. I might do an unboxing of this, I'm not 100% sure. It might just stay sealed. Since I'm probably never going to play it, I might just go on eBay and sell it, because I'm sure this can get a decent price, but I'm not 100% sure. I might keep it just to say, hey, I have a sealed game, you know. Pretty crazy to get this. 2 things from that store that I've gotten for free. That, and this, and the Dreamcast. Oh, and the coworker that went with me, Bill. Shout out. He got a Leapster for his kid. Because of me. You're welcome. Anyway, now on to the DVDs and Blu-rays that I picked up this month. I'll start off with this. That was The Hangover 2 on Blu-ray. If you remember in the DVD collection videos, I talked about how I needed to get this because I had the first one on Blu-ray. Found it for cheap, picked it up. Great movie. Not quite as good as the first one. Well, actually, watching it again, it was pretty funny. Definitely have to go see Part 3 in theaters before it's out of there. Good, very good movie. Then we go on to, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but my first 2 Miyazaki movies. Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. I have never seen a Miyazaki movie. I know that he's heavily influential, and I know he's done a lot for the anime business, but I've never seen it. And I wanted to get all of them and just do like a marathon of all of them, but I found a bunch of Miyazaki movies at Costco, of all places, for like $10 a piece. And I didn't have a lot of money at the time, but I had enough to pick up a couple, and I just chose Howl's Moving Castle and Spirited Away. The only other ones that were there that I remember were Porco Rosso and Ponyo. Which, I mean, I want to see them, but there's other movies that I'd rather see first, like Castle in the Sky and Princess Mononoke, you know. But these were up there. Howl's Moving Castle was up there for sure. I have not watched these yet. The only DVD of these that I have watched is The Hangover, by the way. I have not watched these yet. I'm waiting to get through a couple other things before I get to it, but I will definitely watch these because I'm so excited to finally have some Miyazaki movies. Yeah. Really, really excited. Then, we go on to something a little special. This is the Jurassic Park Ultimate Trilogy on Blu-ray. We'll go ahead and open it. It's a nice little different case. We open it up, and it has all the movies. We have Jurassic Park 1, The Lost World Jurassic Park, and look, Crystal, it's Jurassic Park 3! Anyway, this is a good series of movies. I actually like them. Jurassic Park 3 isn't quite as good as the other 2. In fact, a lot of people just really give these 2 movies a lot of crap, but the ending scene from Lost World is still one of the best fucking dinosaur anything scenes. And this one's alright, I just don't like that the T-Rex isn't the main villain, if you want to call it that. But they're still pretty good, and Jurassic Park will always be like a masterpiece of movie, so, or masterpiece of filmography, I don't know. Anyway, up next, I got something kind of special. I found these for about $15 a piece on sale. This is the entire original Justice League series, seasons 1 and 2. I remember watching this series when I was a kid. When it switched to Justice League Unlimited, it just felt different, and I never watched it again, but I remember watching this a lot. So when I saw this for $15 a piece, when they're normally about $40, I picked them up. I got basically both of them for the price of one, which is totally worth it to me. And I actually looked up, Justice League Unlimited used most of the same voices. They used all the same voices. It's basically the sequel series. So now I actually want to give Unlimited a shot. So at some point in the future, if I can find DVDs of Unlimited, I will pick it up. But I've always liked the Justice League, Superman in particular. I'm going to get a lot of shit for that from my coworkers and stuff, but very excited to finally get to these when I get to them. Then we have something, I'd say special, but it's not entirely special because I have the first 2 seasons already. But if you remember, I think it was March collection update video, I was talking about how season 3 of Digimon came out in June. Well, they like to sell for $75 on the internet, but Amazon, I got the first 2 seasons for about $30 a piece within like a week or 2 of when the second season came out. So basically on launch day for season 3, I went on Amazon and found it for $30, and I knew I had to pick it up. So I did. So excited to see this one. This was this is where I stopped when I was rewatching it. I stopped about midway through this season. And I remember watching this when it was still coming out with new episodes on Fox Kids, right before it switched to basically ABC Family or whatever it was. We'll go ahead and open the box. It's completely different. It says Digimon Tamers instead of the shiny box. It's got a lot of 8 discs again. You got your Takato and Guilmon on this disc. I've watched disc 1 so far. Henry and Terriermon over here. Rika and Renamon there. We got Jerry and Leomon there. Ryu and crap, I can't remember his name right now. Kazu and Gardramon, Kenta and Marina Angemon, and then Susie and Lopmon. Very good, very dark series compared to the other 2 series. Basically, this actually takes place in an alternate universe where the first 2 seasons were TV shows, so it's kind of more like the real world. And again, the little guide thing has all the I almost said Pokemon, all the Tamers and their Digimon and their Digivolutions and all that. I actually have a figure of Gallimon Crimson Mode somewhere. And we go on to all these. Rapidon! But, yeah, I'm so excited for this one. Definitely, this one was a fun one. This is the one that this was the first one I watched in full this season. Just, yeah, it's amazing. And it has like the first Digimon ever created by, you know, just their actual tamer, that being Guilmon! Where's Takato-man with his bread? Okay, if you couldn't tell, that's the second Steve Bloom reference in my last 2 videos. But yeah, definitely excited for this. Season 4 is coming out in September, so I'm excited. I will be picking up that. I'm hoping they release Season 5, and when I was talking about Seasons 1 and 2, I said that they announced that Zross Wars, or Fusion as they're going to call it in America, is coming out on Nickelodeon. They're premiering it at a convention in October, so it's looking like it's going to premiere sometime after that. And I will watch it because it's my childhood. Digimon, digital monsters. But yeah, that's it for this month. Not quite as big as the other ones, but meh, what do you do? Oh yeah, I completely forgot I said I'd have an Xbox this month. Nope, I don't. Next month though. I will have it next month, for sure. And I also want to say that there is a game I'm going to be getting, and I am very excited to finally be getting. It is at the top of my list for games that I've wanted to get. This and Ocarina of Time Gold Cart were my top 2 games. I'm not going to say what it is. You can guess all you want. Leave it in a comment if you think you know what it is. Send me a message, I don't know, text me, blah, blah, blah. I don't care what you want to do. It really doesn't matter. I will show you next month because I will have it. But yeah, that's it for this month. I will see you in August.